Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Heart of the Machine. Last couple episodes have been a little long, so let's see if I can make them a little shorter. Maybe. What are we up to? Repairing genome, Wastelander genome. So we're working on Homo Obscurus. We're almost done with Akka Bank records, and we're on the raccoon population. I haven't actually figured out, coming war. Yeah, whatever I'm supposed to do for the break-in, prison breaks. I must have skipped something, missed something, or who knows what. I wish I actually knew what I'd messed up on that one, if I had even messed up anything. May have... Oh, are there just no prisons? No, there should be prisons. Huh. No, because that's a prison. That's an underground detainment center right there. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, if we don't do the full break-in plot line, or if I broke it, it's not the end of the world. It just gets me some nice tech, but we've done it a bunch of times. Alright, job's done. So we can exploit Akka Record, or Akka Retail. Let's see, what do we want to work on next? Data miner, I mean, data miner's kind of good. I think I'm going to keep going for better mainframes. Just crank that up. So we can expose Akka Retail, which is tempting. But I'm wondering if I should actually do a T3 goal. Because I think if I try Cybercratic Ambitions first, unless it locks this off, which it might, but it doesn't say it will. And so I'm wondering if it's one of those where we do a Cyberocracy, then Akka Retail, or the reverse. I have no idea. But considering I've already started a civil war, we know what that looks like, I should probably do the alternative. Okay, raccoon population. It's maxed out. Let's see. We've uplifted them. Still haven't figured out how to uplift anything else. Slightly... I don't want to say annoyed by that. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is one of those where I would love to uplift bees. What would that do? I don't know, but unfortunately, whatever goal gets you there, I've not actually found that. So the question is, what do we do now? Because Civil War is fine, but it's its own whole massive plot line of things. And yeah, the rebel leadership's still kind of around. Their anti-armor capabilities are insane. How did they do this? How did they turn Anthro-Neuroweave into this? It feels like there's more to that, but I've yet to see any kind of continuation, apart from straight up killing them, which feels wrong, so I don't want to do that. I could maybe, like, knock them out, but I don't know. There we go. Well. Are they just chucking mechs at me? Okay. I think what I need to do is... I gotta check. We have nothing. Let's check how many resources I have. Strategic resources. I have 477 determination. I think we need to put in some effort and yoink some convictors. There's 3 of them right here. That's an option. Let's see. Did I not build... Yeah, do I only have 1 Hornet? Having a second Hornet on hand would be lovely. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I only got 1. Alright. In that case, I'm going to bring these guys over. Okay, nothing's getting destroyed. It's not the convictors that I want to pierce the armor for, it's the everything else. Okay, so 2 of those is enough. What's the thing that gives me extra mental energy? Is this a self thing? Coprocessor. I think we want to build as many coprocessors as we can. This is something I've been putting off for reasons. I don't necessarily know why. Yeah, we do also have this. Yeah, do I want to build a pair of data miners? I mean, they're good. Alright, that should be good. Okay. So now we have famine, which I've never actually ran into, really, as a problem. Well, none of those are really an issue. Everything else is looking fine. How long before these coprocessors are done? Do I even have an engineer nearby? Yes, I do. Probably should have focused on one of them, because that'll give me more resources for the next turn. Okay. God, the music is so jammin'. Yeah, let's probably just max as many of these out as I can. There we go. Because if I have a ton of coprocessors, this gets easier. Okay, 16 should be more than enough. Let's pop over here. Because I want to take each of these convictors. Now, I might still lose my Raven for this. Let's Toxic Cloud so we don't. Okay. So it's the Diplomat that's the spookiest. None of my convictors are getting taken out, are they? Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna lose both of these. But I get to keep the convictors. Which is ultimately what I was hoping for. If I'm going to be pissing things off, we want as many convictors as we can get our sweet mitts on. Okay, there's the other one. I'll wait. We should probably rebuild my cutters. Still haven't looked into a Wraith. I'm really curious about them. Yeah, long range stealth vehicle. It's the attack range. Do I build one? Just out of sheer curiosity. Okay. And yeah, what does the most amount of damage? Technically the mag rail. Yeah. So maybe if I do want to do peak damage... Well, I guess considering I get hit by a lot of... I don't know. I'll go for the Strafe. Ultralight components. We want this thing to just have goofy range. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I could get it over here and just plunk these guys from afar. I'm not even sure if they'd be able to retaliate. We'll, set that up in a second. What else do we got? A couple of raptors I can yoink. I think a number of them are going to get shot, unfortunately for me. I did my best. Okay, next Convictor. And then it's just regular soldiers. Which is fine. Just do a toxic cloud, they're going to shoot the Convictor. Convictor will finish them off, and then we don't have to worry about it. The entire goal on this is to just have a small cloud of Convictors that I can surround my base with. Last couple of wars have been... Wars have been... made considerably easier by having a Convictor swarm. And I'm going to make sure that I'm able to at least have a couple here. Okay. Problem is, it takes like a gazillion mental energy to get this guy anywhere. And that's fine. Okay, we finished that, so now we're working on Homo Obscurus, which need to be housed. I'll just put him up here. Another well and filter. I mean, sure. Alright, there we go. So missing equipment. Oh, it's the Convictor, of course. Huh. Yeah, I don't care for the infrasonic. Okay, additional CPU on the worker PMC imposters, which really isn't that helpful. I really wish I could give them something that makes them a little bit more effective, but that's fine. So we've finished Altered Growth. Consider starting a new timeline. How dare you? We're preparing. I'll go for the vehicle quantity. Okay. Is my Purloined Convictor up there? They are. Perfect. Okay, last base to raid, I think. That should be good enough. Because, yeah, diplomats... Area of attack, movement range, armor plating, hacking resistance, system integrity. Yeah, like the Convictors are considerably better. I might snag a diplomat as well. Because I want to take a look at a couple of things. One, how are we doing here? So I've still got plenty of space. Two, how much is this using? Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't say. Yeah, I'll just have to move them out. So I can actually yoink quite a number of these guys, if I want to. It is... the only main issue is just getting them in place is somewhat of an effort. As I just do not have the mental energy to move them long distances. But yeah, just having a small wall of these guys with their innate 780 armor piercing means that most mechs aren't going to be able to get within range of my quadrant of the city. So whatever comes after me, I should be able to just take. I wonder if cyberocratic ambitions would be easier post-Civil War, now that I'm thinking about it. If I own the whole city to begin with? Oh, shoot. It would certainly have an interesting flair to everything. But I don't think I'm going to bother. I'm really liking this as a flying weapons platform. That's been pretty good. The main question I have on this is mostly how much is each? Because we don't want the machinists. They're not particularly good. I don't know if I care for the panthers. Either. Let's see. I'll leave exploring wealthy residences for a later date. What is this structure? I have no idea. Okay, well, considering I have a bunch of extra mental energy, I'm actually going to just bring some of my units back in, as we are very much going to piss things off as soon as I start declaring this whole city as mine, and that I'm its governor, probably. Okay. Well, all things considered, I can reach the Convictor. So we were at 560 previously, so we're up to 656. So they're what, 96? No, 106. No, it is 96. We were 560, now we're up to, okay. So what if I grab a Panther? So a Panther is worth what? It's 56. They're worth 64. Yeah, a Convictor is better, I think. So I don't think we waste our resources on... Didn't notice the machinist. I guess I knew it was there, but still. Yeah, I have limited capacity. I don't think it's worth wasting on any of it on less desirable mechs. Like, I'll keep the Panther around just because. Big benefit on it, it does seem to be a little faster. Okay. Do we think we're good? I think so. I think at this point, yeah, because we've got the Panther. I'm just going to give them range. At this point, I want to save an amount of my determination for those big Convictors if they show back up again, which they might. And then also for dealing with other potential tasks. It wouldn't serve me well to just use them all up. Got a random technician, I'm just going to get rid of it. Move that there. Are they shooting at this guy? They are shooting at him. I'm just impressed. Okay. I'm just zooming back. This is why I wanted to take all of my guys and put them kind of within range. We've still got a couple other things, and we're still being invaded, but the invasion really isn't much of an issue. So, cyberocracy? I don't know if I spelled that correctly. It's fine. Okay, all your existing projects will be halted. I'm not doing any. Won't be able to start any other projects or contemplations that aren't part of this goal. Okay. You've got the start of a cyberocracy in place. Vorciper hasn't messed with you yet, because what you've built is a child's idea of society. There's no real governance, no sense of community, no services. Perhaps it's time to really commit to these people and turn this entire city into a political entity that you control. Vorciper will certainly have something to say about this once they realize what you're doing. This can't be done in half measures. Are you really doing this? Commit to final goal. Yeah, sure. Let's see what happens. Okay, so turns until final doom. We fail if this final doom happens. That should be easy enough. Ledger issue. We are low on Bastionite. I'll manage. And we're still being invaded. Basic laws housing food independence is the big one. Let's start with this. Okay, don't know how to cultivate fungus. I feel like I should have been able carry that tech over, but oh well. The vast majority of the food consumed in the city is grown elsewhere in the Vorsover region and then shipped in. If you want a self-sustaining city-state, you'll need to do something about this on your own. Algae-infused slop. It's gonna smell, but it has everything the body needs. Fungal chow would be tempting, but I don't know. Okay, so we now have cyberocratic citizens. Number of the people nominally under your authority in the cyberocracy. Whether they recognize your authority or not is another matter. And then algae infusion chamber. We also have security forces and better housing. Housing situation in the city is a mess in general. Your existing residential megastructures are fine, but if you're going to be building a ton of new housing, then something slightly more posh and medium density might be nice. How humans decorate and use this housing is up to them. You're simply going to provide something more spacious. Steward internal robotics are something you've been growing for a long time. You've managed to avoid tipping into feedback loops. Your mind is now clearly large enough for you to just remove the cap. Let's do it. Basic laws, security forces. It's an understatement that crime is rampant in the city. Violence is so common that you are able to kill with impunity if you wanted. If you're going to take charge of things, that's going to be something you have to change. Use your cultists, use raptors. Oh, you don't have at least 100 war raptors. Oh, shit. So I want to uplift dogs, but the war raptor sounds really funny. But let's uplift dogs. That's been a goal my entire time, to have intelligent cats, really. I mean, they're already intelligent, but more. And then basic laws. I got plenty of mental energy. If you're gonna take over administration in the city, you need to have some laws, otherwise humans won't know how to act. You're not sure why humans need so many laws. You should come up with your own. Maybe it's better to use something more familiar to the humans who live here. The 3 laws. Person may not injure another person, or through an action allow another person to come to harm. Theft is harm. People must obey any orders you give them, but you'll be reasonable. People should not harm themselves, but whatever. That's literally it. You could write that on a napkin. Tark's laws, militaristic and stringent, high on punishment, should keep unrest down. Tark Defense Systems legal code is 30,000 pages across 29 volumes. Peak's laws, nobody owns anything, everyone is a tenant, must respect property above all else, or Dyad's laws. I don't know. Because the problem is the 3 laws seems kind of eh. Peak's laws seems eh. Tark's laws kind of militant. I wish I knew more about all of these. I don't know, let's go with the dumb idealist version, the 3 laws. Okay, so we now have a cyberocratic prison. Goes deep underground, should be good enough to keep as few people as possible in here for as short of a time as possible. Well, we've also got a bunch of things that I need to build. Including the algae chambers, which I'm going to need just like a goofy amount of. Welcome to the algae vortex. I need 23 of these. I feel like if I was taking this specific goal, I almost feel like I should have to care about stuff like emissions from some of these structures, but that would be a lot of extra effort for almost no gain. Sorry, when I was in my first apartment, after becoming like a true independent adult, you know, I had one apartment when I was like just out of college, but I wasn't on my own fully. I was within driving distance of my in-laws and, you know, could easily get home on a weekend if I wanted to. But when I was a little older, I moved to Kansas as kind of like my starting point as like a young professional. And a industrial printing facility was like across the tree line from my apartment. And it wasn't a problem for the first 2 years that we were there, but the 3rd year they switched their HVAC system to something that would go wow, 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 just constantly. It was awful. And so I've always been really cognizant of industrial noise as a result. I mean, luckily it's not something I have to contend with right now, but it is one of those where it's like, let's see, where can I squeeze these in? That's my data center section, which I kind of want to leave. Here's one. Next to the other prison. That feels right. Hi, yes, I'm just going to take your prison into my prison. Yeah, I'm trying to put a number of these a little further out. Here's a spot. I guess these are good spots. Oh, how many of these prisons does it want me to build? A bunch of them, apparently. I guess we are going to have criminals that we're going to have to deal with. Residential cyber towers. Oh boy. They're a little smaller, which is nice. But yeah, it wants me to make 40 of these, which is slightly nightmarish. Well, luckily I don't have to worry about, like, environmental beautification or anything like that. It's just a slap these wherever they fit. Oh, yeah. Some of these have my, like, aluminum roaches. So I can't just fit everything in comfortably. But yeah, my current apartment does not have... It does actually have... It's more of an office facility and shipping facility nearby. And, like, that can sometimes be noisy, but it hasn't been bad yet. So I generally don't need to worry about it. But yeah, so whenever I'm playing one of these games where you're doing, like, industry stuff, but then also some level of, like, settlement building, town building, or whatever, and it doesn't have mechanics for dealing with, like, noise pollution, emissions, and stuff like that, I'm like, this is unrealistic. I can't connect with this. One thing I really appreciate about this game, I generally don't need to worry about resources. I mean, I do. I have a limit up in the top left, but it's not one of those where I feel like I'm nickel and dimed. It's usually one of those where make sure that your income matches your expenditures, and then you just don't have to worry about it. Too many of these games you have to wait, like, turn after turn after turn for things to show up, and this one's like 3 or 4 at worst. I don't know. It's just kind of nice. It's one of those games that I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't seen or heard more people talking about. But I think it's just a little too weird for a lot of folks to, like, really mesh with, naturally. I don't know if naturally is the right term, but it's like... Somebody, I think it was on the Hooded Horse Discord, was actually asking, is like, yeah, you know, are there any reviews talking about this game? And one of my viewers was like, yeah, you know, I watch Wander, who's doing a series, you know, doing a series on it right now, if you want to take a look and kind of get a general sense of the game. And the person had admitted that the combat system had kind of, they'd bounced off of that. I thought that was interesting, because I've actually found the combat system to be really casual. Like, barely an impediment. I think it's mostly just getting used to the idea of, like, making sure you have enough AP to do this. Okay, can I get another one? Actually, I might not be able to. Well. Yeah, maybe I should have started the cult before I did this, but it's fine. And yeah, we've got everything largely within my circle of protection. I might want to scale it up a little bit more. Problem is, I don't know if I can get another Android launcher. Okay, I'm gonna put some repair spiders there and here. Let's see, network range extender. Because ideally, I would like to move my defensive line and my android launchers out. But they need android drop shuttle robotics. It's probably a computation thing. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go with that. Some of these are getting expensive, though, so maybe I should leave it for a little while. Let's go for better veggies. Better wells? Better wells. I don't know how much I'm going to need these, so I think let's leave that at that. Booster geothermal. Okay. Melee gun research. Because I haven't been upgrading a number of these, and since this is cheap, I should. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of android launchers. And maybe that's fine. I guess we don't need them. I can just move my units. Oh, or is it this? Android drop shuttle. That only gets me one more? Oi. Then again, what am I using the rest for? Okay. I haven't really needed the combat or hacking skills that much. Oh, these are expensive. And I'm not actually sure if we're using a whole lot of missiles, am I? Am I using autocannons? Because the strafe is an autocannon, so is the swamp. Oh, I've been using autocannons. Oh. Let's do some martial expansion, too. Let's see. Max mech capacity is a little tempting. Yeah, max android capacity, armor plating. You get one. Yeah, because it makes some of my things have better armor piercing, but I think the AI Diplomat and Convictor come with their own. And for the rest, it's probably better to just do the boost. So I think I'll just boost that one, question mark. Let's see, procurement efficiency, small arms research. Which includes rifles, sometimes. Oh, my rifles are about as good as I think I'm going to get them. And then, oh boy, vehicular development is expensive. I'll get a little bit more of that. Then item development. Because yeah, I might as well make the armor piercing extremely good. We're probably not going to get the Skyfall bonus. And then I'll just do sword sharpness. That should be good enough. So I've been having these work on bootstrapped improvement, which is probably a good idea. What else do we have? Oh, so these carry over, actually. Current amount, 6.9. Well, do they? No, I have no idea if I've been able to boost that. No, these are stats and upgrades that I've been gaining slowly over the course of this save file. Yeah. Well, I don't need compute time that much, so sure, let's go back to enthusiastic cultivation. Alright. So, now what? I guess we should finish a prison. So we don't need to worry about it. Okay, so we've built a prison. Uplifting dogs is just going to take some time, I think. Have the scientists take care of this. They'll uplift the dogs you have in housing, and then catch strays. Make sure you have uplift chambers, zoologists and veterinarians. They should have all of those. So, I think we're good. Well, housing has been expanded. Ledger issues. We're going to need some more bovine tissue. Bovine replicator. I think I was replicating bovines over here. I'll build a couple of these. Considering, oh god, yeah, I can fit just like a goofy amount. Oh, the cultivator that I've been boosting is just my cap for how much I can... Okay, well that's easy. Do I need to look into this? I think I'm going to. So furniture needs planks. Let's make... Do we make 2? Sure. To make planks, I'm going to need... Well, we'll make 2 again. I need wood laminar and glue. So I'm going to need more cultured zinnia gel and hormones. Same general stuff, actually. So I'll just have to scale up my hormone factory, which is going to need more vitalized yams. Yes! My dream to vitalize yet more yams! Oh, that's the hormones, not the yams. Let's do 4. Okay, so Yam Vitalizer seems to be just the same general stuff. Do a couple Murnong patches. And then some more hidden zinnia gardens. And then I'll just have to pay attention and see if we get any errors being like, hey, you're running low. Do I build another one of these? Yeah, because I think I'm going to need more hydroponic towers as well. Okay, anything else? I think we're good. I guess if I was to do anything, maybe we build another uplift chamber to kind of speed up this whole dog boosting. Dog boosting feels like a weird speedrun strat, if anything. Okay, prisons have been built. So providing food. Are we just waiting for the algae infusion chambers, or do I just need more? I don't know. We'll find out. Well, here, I guess the easier answer is... Oh, I've installed 30. It wants 41. Huh. Fair enough. Odd that it's not suggesting more, considering I need more. Nah. Doesn't fit. Here's a good one. Oh, you know what I should be doing? For purely stylistic reasons. Yeah, I should be doing that. Oh well. Okay, installed 40. The last one's over here. Huh. Okay, now that I've done that, dogs will be uplifted pretty quickly. Those aren't going to take too long, so now we're providing plenty of food. We're still being invaded, but when has that mattered to me? Let's see, Android launcher. Oh. Oh, I see. It's just this thing. Yeah, I'm going to move an amount of my bulk nickel bots out. Just to cover a little bit more territory. But I don't want to, like, completely empty things out, because that's how sneakers get in. Then again, we do have a stupid amount of range. That should be good. Okay, ledger issue is still basinosite. Oh, and cultured zinnia gel. These will be done in, like, a turn or two. And yeah, we have a couple thousand turns before we need to worry about it. Oh wait, one more turn? Let's see if I need more zinnia gel. Nope. Now we need more vitalized yams. Oh, did I not? I did not actually vitalize any yams with that. I've committed a grand sin. I've not yet vitalizing enough yams. Where's my yam vitalizer? Oh yeah, I've only built 3. Okay. Each of these, yeah, 4. Let's vitalize some extra ones, though. I figure if I have an equal amount of zinnia gel and yam vitalizers, we should be okay. The only immediate problem is I might need more hidden zinnia gardens. Yeah, let's just make sure we have an equal amount of each. 11? That should be good. It'll take a turn or 2 for these to get finished, but that's fine. Okay, so the furniture factory is just not getting enough plank. Oh. Where's my yam vitalization efforts? Are you not vitalizing those yams? Okay, no, they must have just gotten finished, maybe. We'll wait one more turn and see if some of these things goes away. So now we need more purple Murnong. Yeah. So I was right about some of these things needing more. So this outputs 22,000. Oh, well, yeah, that's easy. I'll make 2, though. Okay, and Murnong patches, we're going to need a bunch. I don't know why I'm surrounding this prison and garden stuff, but, I mean, it's probably better than what most prisons are surrounded by. Okay. So, the other thing we're going to do is get some more planks. Yeah, so I need to make 2 more plank factories. Which means I'm going to need... I might not actually be able to make enough. Yeah, we're out of assemblers. Okay. Well, you know what? Easier thing for me to do. Where's my furniture construction? Furniture factory. I'm just going to get rid of one of the 2. That'll solve the problem. That's fine. Okay, ledger issue is just low on purple Murnong. Should be fine now. The dogs are being uplifted at a fine speed. I do like the idea of having law enforcement just being all of those, like, random feral dogs that I've been finding this entire time. And you know, I just uplift the dogs and it's like, you're a cops now, I suppose. Sadly, that's probably a better law enforcement strategy than what we've got in America. Mostly. There are definitely some dogs that I'm not sure if I would trust in law enforcement. I don't think a Chihuahua would make a particularly good investigator. I don't think a pug would either. Sorry. Golden retrievers, though. Like, can you just imagine a bunch of golden retrievers and that's your new policing system? I think crime would still exist, but everybody else would be happier. I'm not seriously thinking about this. I don't know. If you haven't lived in the US and you don't know much about our incarceration system, it is deeply corrupt and very bad. Okay. Do we got more raptors? Seeing as it was like, no, you need 100 raptors, I figure I'm gonna just start kidnapping more raptors. Okay, so ledger issue is still Basnacite is kind of low. Really not much I can do about that, though. I mean, there is. Okay, vulnerable structures. Okay. Can't build a bulk out there. Yeah, so we just need a smidge more. I can probably build a couple of these. I've got a ton of bulk capacity. Raring to go. That should be good enough. And that might even, I mean, that'll solve our Basnacite issues. Okay. So we've now uplifted dogs. So we can do canine security station is suspicious of your smell. Oh, I have to build, like, a oodle of these. All over the place. Okay, let's do the usual. I'm gonna build it on a triangle thing that I was doing earlier with a fungus. Okay, can I build it here? I think I can build it directly under this convictor, so we should probably just move it. There we go. This is mostly working. I guess what I should probably do is just scoot a number of these along the side. Yeah, because we can just kind of ring the edges. Probably one of the easiest ways for me to do this right now. Then I'll work my way in. See. Do I have a sneaky spot for dog watch right in here? The answer is no. That's close enough. Okay, so now that I've done that, we only need 4 more. We can just slap some of these right there. Maybe not right there. What I prefer to do is kind of stick them as close to another building as possible, just in case I can fit something else. Some good organ music. Dang. Okay, and then just one more. That should be good enough? Alright. Then it wants more wells, which is, well, fine. Greetings, robot from upper management. They remind you that you're only alive because you're their golden goose. You're to be their golden goose. They've been giving you relatively free reign over the city because they're expecting technological returns from you. Yeah, it's not news. Not that you like thinking about it. Oh wait, there's another note incoming. There's nothing you can build that they can't take away. They understand the human mind far better than you ever could. They're prepared to nuke you, or nuke the entire city if you're non-compliant. Invite you to enjoy the demonstration that they've prepared for you. And then once you've remembered your place, invite you to get back to work on technology that will get them off-world. They sound excited in a sadistic sort of way. Let's see what happens next. It doesn't sound good. Okay. Contemplation. Stop DDoS. Seems to be a DDoS cyber attack against you, draining your mental energy. This will take your unit 6 turns, during which it will be vulnerable to attack to anyone that comes near it. Oh. Sheesh. Oh. Okay. So they executed the prisoners. They killed a bunch of my contacts. And then bribed a bunch of sheltered humans and refugees with amnesty. Well, that's not great. So yeah, definitely I think the golden route on this one is figuring out how to clear all the prisons before I do this. In the future. Frankly, I think I'd even go so far as to go full Independence Day. Alright, so let's take a look at this, and how bad is this? We have protesters. Cut us off from our families and society, but Vorsaber gave us it. Okay, well, now I've got some stuff I need to manage, because this got bad. First and foremost, where's Speed Lad? Yeah, they definitely pissed in my cereal, but that's okay. Alright, first and foremost, anybody I can talk to? The answer is no. Okay. Hell of a lot of these. Is anybody getting killed? They're blowing up a dog station, which honestly is unacceptable. Yeah, I do wonder what would have happened if I had gone full ham. Insufficient mental energy, it's fine. Whatever they destroy gets rebuilt. And yeah, oh. Okay, so that DDoS is an issue. It has to be all the way over there. Well, okay, we're in a better state than we were. But yeah, trying to get Raven over there is a nightmare. Oh, I can't do that. Well, that's fun. Okay, no longer shelved. Survived a military invasion by UIH, Megacorp, from the game, 2016 game, in case of emergency, release Raptor. Yeah, that was the game. Let's do a micro builder cloud. Can't. Just take out the gang's sharpshooter. Can I even build a Raven out here? I can. Yeah, the problem is even sending the Raven into this is going to be a nightmare. Well, gonna have a bit of a doozy of a time doing this. but it feels like the easiest and best thing that I can do is just take him out to this location for myself. And stop the DDoS. Okay. So far, so something. Oops. I think that was a mech pilot. Okay, missing equipment. Probably from the machinist that I just took. Processing priority. Well, luckily I did put myself in a position where I could kind of manage an amount of this. This was just the annoyance. I'll just start slapping some nickel bots down. This is probably why they gave me 3. Because that's just enough to hack, that's just enough to do a bunch of things. But yeah, I think next time I do cybercratic ambitions, I think we have to start the Civil War first, so I can take all the bases. Makes my life easier. City feed is clean. You tried to fix the cyber attack that's limiting you to a mere 3 mental energy, but there was nothing. None of the city feed, none of the military bands, nothing. So what? You're just stuck like this forever? The attack has to be coming from somewhere. Your cognitive lenses are all clustered with things you don't usually care about, and your mental energy is low. There's no cyber attack visible on the net. Something's wrong with your brain. Your brain is too messed up for you to fix it on your own. The exhaustion is terrible. Is it getting worse? It's worse. Is this the end? You need a doctor. Good thing you have a bunch of AGI researchers on hand. Okay. Where's this one? There. You haven't talked to these idiots for a while. Wait, don't think of them as idiots. You need their help. Please help. It hurts. Whatever you need done, you'll do it. They root around in the parts of your mind that you've shared with them in the past. They're not seeing much. Square root of 3, square root of 3. Fully open your mind to them. You're desperate. They need to go deeper. If you don't care if it makes you vulnerable. They see a huge amount of processing going to something that seems to be visualization and parsing of many worlds. Of a many worlds thing. There's some pretty compelling physics showing how you're... No, they're not wrong. That does occupy a huge amount of your mental space. But that's not the problem right now. That stuff isn't new. Square root of 3, square root of 3. It's not that. Please fix me. They dutifully set aside all the fancy physics. With that excluded from their searches, the problem jumps out at them. You're spending all of your mental energy thinking about stewards. Oh shit, removing the limiter was a terrible idea? But you can't build a full cyberocracy without with those limiters. Think of something. It's slow. The AGI researchers gently make a suggestion. You stop spreading your brain to those kinds of buildings, they'll have fewer services, but won't be part of you in a problematic way. Those buildings won't fully function without your mind in there. But since it's just housing for people, the people can help operate them. That's fair. Eject housing-related stewards. Please let this fix me. You can think properly again. You're worried about how the humans will fare without you running their housing, but you had no other choice. The AGI researchers have questions about the 5-dimensional calculation they saw in your mind. You leave them a bunch of notes on the subject, but you're a bit too restless to really talk about that now. Thank you. Maybe you'll come back and chat with them again soon. Science! Okay, we've got some things. It's buildings. Amazing technology from prehistory is finally yours. Maybe you don't need to be such a nanny to your livestock. So now that we've done that, we have a bunch of Sec Force patrols, and... what? Science. Oh, okay, the AGI researchers are really excited to talk to you about that 5-dimensional stuff they glimpsed in your mind. I mean, easy enough. Another unit's in the way, excuse me. Is it? Oh yeah. My Exeter is right there. And I can't remove him because the icon is in the way. That's very funny. Move him there. Really wish there was kind of a way you could just swap them. Okay. So talk about the 5-dimensional stuff they glimpsed in your mind. Let's do it. You're kind of into the idea a bit. Now what? I guess it might just take a couple of turns. Presumably that's it. Yeah, 3 turns. Well, apart from that, what else do I do? I apparently need more wells and filters. Really? How am I... Oh, is it just the fact that I'm full on groundwater? I think I'm good. I can also just make a ton of these, but yeah, I don't think I need more wells and filters anytime soon. You've never worked so freely with humans before. You showed them anything they wanted to see, and it wasn't a big deal. They're excited that you can see across time, although that's not exactly how it works. You have trouble articulating how it works, honestly. The scientists keep getting stuck on the idea of wormholes, but wormholes cross space, not time. They want to involve other scientists. Sure, let's get some physicists involved. They'll explain exactly why the whole wormholes theory is stupid, and it'll make for great entertainment. Maybe some nanotech researchers. You owe them for being sapient. They can help confirm why this doesn't work in practice. Send out the invites.